Orphans are easier to ignore before you know their names. They're easier to ignore before you see their faces. It is easier to pretend they're not real before you hold them in your arms. But once you do, everything changes. For me, everything changed the summer of 2002 when I visited Namwianga Mission in Colombo, Zambia. There's a couple there named Roy and Kathy Merritt, and they had started a ministry with street boys that they had taken off the streets of the capital city of Zambia. And I went there that summer. I'd been to Africa already, but I was a single woman. I knew that I'd never be planning churches, but I knew there was something that I must be able to do. And when I met them and I saw the ministry that they were involved in, I went to bed at night feeling full at the end of every day, that I can give love to kids that haven't known it before or don't think they're worth something. So in 2006, I made the decision to move to Namwianga Mission. I knew that God had created me with this desire and the abilities to love orphans. And I wanted to, and I was ready, and I knew that if I don't do it now, life here would get in the way. So I decided to go. So I started working with these babies. Originally, there were about 20 babies, but 8 toddlers that had just sat, they sat on the basketball court. They just needed someone to cherish them and to feel like they belonged to someone. And so that's what I got to do. I got to play and teach and change and bathe and feed and just be mama to these kids that needed one so desperately. And part of what I get to do as my role as like medical advocate for these kids is to take these babies when they come and they're malnourished, they're having failure to thrive, they're sick, and a lot of them appear to be dying, and to watch God work huge miracles in their lives. The other part of that is it doesn't always end that way. And a lot of times we get babies that we know the outcome before we ever start with them. A perfect example of kind of what this whole process is like is a baby that came this summer. I had just gotten there that day, and there was a knock at the door, and there was 2 young girls that brought me this tiny, unnamed, gray, dying baby. So I took her and named her Ellen, and she slept with me every night. She was on my back all day long. I struggled to make her take her HIV medication and get it down. I struggled to make her eat. I struggled to make her gain weight. Knowing the whole time that this would end sitting at her graveside, watching a baby die way too young. I've done this 57 times. I've lost baby after baby after baby, but it doesn't make me not want to do it anymore. It makes me want to do it even more. It makes me want to hold these kids as they die and to fight for them and to make sure that even in these moments that they're leaving us, that they are held and loved and never feel alone in this.
Vinny, who made you?
God.
Tommy, who made you?
God.
Lenny, who made you?
God.
Katie, who made you?
God.
Emma, who made you?
God.